Oh, I don't know if anybody can hear me out there. So if you can hear me and I sound good, no idea. Do you hear me and do I sound good? I can turn my audio up, and then I'll be an idiot listening to myself with a reverb and an echo, because that's the way you do it. This is how we do it. I can't find my own live stream. That's funny. Maybe it's under my videos. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Oh, I can listen to myself on my headphones. Oh, no, I can hear me. Still an idiot listening to myself on my headphones. Guys, how you doing today? Good? You guys don't mind, I'm going to put the chat on the screen so you guys can see the chats, even if you don't want to participate in the chats. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Hello from Fresno, the Bulldogs, Central Valley. Hi, Cameron. Happy Monday, George. Ebony's here. Get your friend to email me, Ebony. I need work. It was Ebony Jones, I think, was the nice one that had her friend. She said, oh, Steven does websites. That was cool. Reno's here. Hello, Reno. Dale Lamb is here. Sugarbutt Williams can hear me. Stephen Murdoch can hear me. Mr. Uber's here. I can hear you. Stephen Lake can hear me. Robert can hear me. Mr. Uber, are you doing Uber Eats too? You probably crush it on the tips, right? You're walking up to them with Clorox disinfectant wipes, wiping down their food and stuff like that. I hear you. You sound good. Yep. Robert's here. Jeffries is here. Yes, we can hear you. The sound is perfect. Perfect. Hello, Steve. Hi. Brian says it's good. Ronald says it's good. Yes, we can hear you. I sound great. I don't know about that. Sometimes I don't like the sound of my own voice. Everybody is here. Why don't you tell me where you're from, everybody? Hello from Fla. Can you say happy 80th birthday to my hubby, Tony? Happy birthday, Tony. I hope that your next 80 years are as good as the first. And I think that if you looked back at it as a child, no one in their million years would have told you it's going to be what it is today. But you'll get past this, man. And then you'll say, I lived through all of that, and I lived through a lot of stuff. I oftentimes think to myself, what's it like when a person who's like 100 years old looks back at the first 10 years of their life? That means that they were born in like 1920, which means that in 1930 they saw an impression and all that stuff. Unbelievable, man. Has the state? No, if the state did more restrictions, I would tell you, Lamb. Brenda's here. Hi, Brenda. Brent is here. Kurt's here. Whoa, Kid. My man, Kid. Thank you so much, Kid. Guys, everybody say thank you to Kid. He was just cool enough that he super chatted. That's pretty amazing. Thank you, Kid, for that. I really appreciate it. I should have a new super chat animation whenever that hits. Let's see where it's going to hit. Hey, guys, does it bother you to have all that stuff on the screen? I can turn it off, but I like the chats on the screen sometimes. Look at that. Oh, no, it's supposed to be a zombie. I was supposed to have not a zombie. I was supposed to have a special thing, but I'll fix that on my next live stream because I'm live streaming every day. But I don't think anybody's going to super chat. It always surprises me. Thank you, Kid. You're the man, dog. If you haven't done so, maybe you should subscribe my channel. If you subscribe my channel, I'm very grateful. Victor Delgadillo is here from Whittier, Canyon Country, Orange County. George is in the house. East Bay area. Is that? I don't know the East Bay. Ooh, Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I have a funny story about Eau Claire. There's a place in Calgary, Canada called Eau Claire Market because the brothers that founded the sawmill were from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Hey, Stephen. Hey, Canyon Country. Lawton, Oklahoma. A couple of Oklahoma Sooners or Cowboys. Are you a Sooner or a Cowboy, Jerry? Whoa, Victor, thank you so much. Want to start off my night right? Thank you, guys. It'd be funny because if you guys don't know how far that goes, it's redunculous. And I promise not to talk about face masks for this live stream. Oopsie, I just broke my own rule. This 2030 feels like 1920 with Netflix. Yeah, I guess. Can we climb past 200 viewers? Probably not, because there's probably every other Vegas YouTuber in the world is super chatting, subscribing, doing things, making content for you, and they're much better. You should go watch them. Hey, Steven, good to see you. Just finished watching my newest video. Thanks, Red Pill Gary. Did you guys know that if Red Pill Gary is a moderator on your channel, you are guaranteed to have 10 million subscribers in 3 weeks, or else you get your money back from Red Pill Gary. Let's move that camera a little bit here. Miami is in the house. U2 song Miami was a really cool song. I like that style, that vibe, even though it was on the YouTube pop album, which didn't get a lot of love. What are your thoughts on Florida deeming WWE an essential service? I love me some Florida. Razor Ramen, one of my patrons. I love me some Florida. And I changed your name, Razor. Now you're Razor Ramen in my Patreon credits. Sooner born, sooner raised, sooner than later, you guys will win a national college championship, and I don't know anything about football. That could be very well true. I don't know. I got Riverside here, where I've lived in the past from Jersey, but want to be Vegas locals. Well, if you guys subscribe to the channel, you're honorary Vegas locals. These super chats are going to go 90 minutes or less because Matthew logged off. That's too bad. He's pretty good. Anyways, because I don't want to like string you guys along for too long. It's just too much. Tony Quest, Quintanilla, Laredo, Texas. Thank you. So happy, Tony Quest. I appreciate it. Tony Quest sounds like a Marvel superhero. I'm choking. Oh my goodness. Corona. No, I'm just kidding. Odessa's here. Boomer's here. Boomer, roll Tide. Ooh, I got Crimson Tide in the house, everybody. Steve, is the crime staying low on the strip? Casinos aren't being messed with. Not with the amount of security and police officers out there. You get too close to a casino and a laser beam comes out and just vaporizes you. Let's get down to some hot Vegas talk. Reno, it was 78 degrees today. Free slot play money that expires by the end of April. I would imagine they would honor that, possibly. Red Pill Gary, you might want to email the companies, and I would say that they probably will honor it considering the circumstances. 7 national championships for those Crimson Tide, Roll Tide. And Transplant says 702 till death. I don't know what the 702 is. I'm from the 70. Oh, I can't do one sign because people tell me I'm racist. It's crazy. 2, yo. Yeah, by the way, you can't say okay on camera anymore because people have lost their minds. Boiler Up, is Vegas still a nice place to move to? I want to relocate there around September. I think it's a nice place if you don't mind the heat. I would say come here in the summer and spend the summer here before you make the commitment, depending on where you're coming from. Kevin's in. Hey, Kevin, I told you to reach out to me. I actually emailed you on the Patreon. I said, hey, if you want to get your advertising message out there, we could do it to 40,000 people. If you're into that, you should maybe send me a message there because the magazine I'm with, My Vegas, it's all about realtors. Now, we have a super high proponent section of realtors that read our magazine and get it on a daily basis, plus our email blasts. At the beach, North Carolina, Jay and No Life is here. Bruce is here, the boss. I got Yo Kid. J Life, no, what up? Or J No Life, what up? Did you get in line for that free Papa John's? I do like Papa John's, but no, I didn't. I was running around doing errands today, and I didn't have a chance to do that. Is Circa still on schedule? I assume as much. Hey guys, Southwest Vegas, KK is here. Okay, well, Red Pill Gary, I had people ask me that question. They was not joking. Always cash out your tickets before you leave Las Vegas, my friends. You must. I'm getting coupons from the D. That's just teasing you, isn't it, Kissy? LSU won the last championship. Hey, Kid74. Hey, from San Francisco. Inside since May 8th. Only went out once to get food. The real coyotes are roaming the streets in San Francisco, howling at the North Beach area. We have coyotes in some parts of town here, but they're always howling no matter what. Hi, Steven. I finally made it to a live stream. Whoa, Victor Crow. Please, everybody thank Victor for being victorious and pitching in for the cause. And you guys are great, and thank you for that. And that's very sweet of you guys. Thank you so much, Victor. Say thank you to Victor. Victor Crawl, Victor Crawl, Victor Crawl, Victor Crawl, Victor Crawl. And if it's Crow and I said it wrong, just correct me, okay? Thank you, Victor. Guys, by the way, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about as long as it's PG-13 rated for YouTube reasons. I try to keep the energy levels up here. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Just wandering around, staring at a camera, hoping I don't gotta use a little boys' room 10 minutes into this thing. You know, it's like when you know you're going to go on a ride or how do you do that? When you go into a movie and you're like, oh, I hope I don't have to go pee. And then you like force yourself. But, you know, you're like, and then you know you're going to have to. Well, anyways, did I hear anything about the Excalibur closing down? Yes, all of the casinos, my friends, have closed down. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. I don't think so. I mean, Excalibur is owned by one company. It's owned by MGM Resorts International. They're all closed, but I didn't hear that they were specifically closing that resort down. But maybe they are. I'll look at the Vegas news. When I see it's credible and it's made print and it's on the internet somewhere, I try to back it up, then I try to read you guys the news. So if that's the case, you'll see about it in the mornings. And by the way, subscribe to the channel. I see people. I see super chats, but no subscriptions. I must be very unentertaining, or you're already all subscribed. Share this on social media. I'm going to try to be entertaining as I possibly can. What are the casinos and state going to do about lifting restrictions? New York is starting discussions about that with some of the eastern states. You know, Del, I'm not really sure. I know Utah has a deal where you can only drive into Utah from one of a few places. Nevada, Idaho, and Colorado, maybe part of Montana, and possibly Arizona. Yeah, I think so, the Four Corners. But they're requiring people to like sign waivers and stuff. So you get to Utah and they're like, show me your papers, and they're really polite about it because people from Utah are always very polite. Oh my gosh, where's my check? I want my check, Bruce says. Well, you're the boss, Bruce. Get it? It's a Bruce Springsteen reference. I don't know. Where's my check? By April 17th, the IRS says they're going to have a status check online, so hopefully we can get that. Victor says thanks, and I thank you, Victor. Can you still expect to see a landmark building in Las Vegas to be built and then torn down in your lifetime? Maybe it'd be funny if the Fontainebleau Now the Drew was torn down, because that's a landmark eyesore. I don't know about that. I don't know that we'll see them be torn down. But then again, who knows? I mean, Steve Sisolak seems intent on tearing things down, where the Goodmans seemed intent on keeping them up. Who knows? Sounds like President Trump is looking to reopen in May. I would like to see May reopening in the middle. RL says I'm the best. I'm just one of many. Thank you, RL. San Francisco is ridiculously expensive, ruined by tech people. Well, I've heard it's expensive. I think a lot of it's government restrictions, folks. I think there's a building restriction in San Francisco to keep the area nice. Whoa, I got to skip and go, Paul. Legit theater like Mamma Mia and Phantom does not seem to be popular in Vegas recently. Any reasons why? Well, the Jersey Boys closed. I'm going to get to your other ones if I can, but the Super Chats I got to pay special attention to because they're nice enough to Super Chat. The Jersey Boys closed down. Those were not the same productions as you would get on Broadway. Anyways, they were just truncated productions that were usually an hour long because Vegas has an hour-long attention span. But I don't think that that's it. I think that Vegas is looking to move the Broadway stuff to the Smith Center for Performing Arts, where they can give it a 90-minute run and not ruin it. I mean, some people would say that Phantom the Vegas spectacle was good, but some people would say it's different. So that you do get those, whoa, Joshua at the Smith Center, thank you so much. Sorry I said Vegas Strong last night. The new slogan is apparently Vegas Stronger. I have not heard about that. Vegas Stronger, I guess, if that's a good slogan. I'll start hashtagging that out. Thank everybody. Joshua Hooks, Joshua Hooks, Joshua Hooks, Joshua Hooks. Joshua Hooks, thank you so much for that super chat. That is very, very kind of you. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Do I miss the Buffetts? No, I was never a Jimmy Buffett fan. Just kidding. Princess, come here, baby. Look at this, guys. Don't run away. You got to be really fast with this one. Come here. Gotcha. Cats! No, don't squeak. I'm not hurting you. Talk to the camera. Talk to... Is this thing on? Hi, baby. So this is Princess. I got to buy special cat food for the black one, and she tries to eat all of it because she is not picky. Herbert, life in Las Vegas is live right now. Is this convenient? Sure, why not? He was probably live before me. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'd turn my camera on him, but it creates a terrible echo that I don't know how to get rid of. So I don't worry about that. If it's Vegas Stronger, that's pretty cool. We need something to get our minds off of the whole thing that happened on October 1st. I don't think life in Las Vegas went on top of me. I don't think that's the way it works at all. I don't think he watches me. He's a good channel. You should watch Jason. I learned it was Jason with a Y, I think, is how he spells his name. Apparently he has a Patreon, too, now. And that's good for him because he's trying to make it work for his family. Wall Street Warlord was here. Steven, did the Thunderbirds fly over inspire the Vegas residents? It inspired us to break the social distancing rules and be normal people for a little bit, Wall Street Warlord, and that was very nice. And I love it, man. I love the United States Armed Forces, the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, the Marines, and the newly coined Space Force. I always wanted to be in the Space Force. You know, this cat's hungry when he just sits here like this. Usually he's... Hey, you have something to say? Say it to the camera. She doesn't have seizures. I just shook her. It's okay. I'm not abusing the cat. I'm just trying to get her to talk for you. No, I mean, I respect those guys. Those guys those guys existing keeps us safe. So if you guys know anybody in any of the branches, thank you for the subscription, Nick. Nick is a rock star because now he's going to get bombarded with notifications from me on a daily basis. But I like him, and I was inspiring to me. You know, I think flying at Mach 5 speeds or whatever it is up in the air is badassery, even if it's a peacetime thing. All right, back to some comments. Okay, supposed to be leaving for Vegas. Sorry, Terry. I know we met up in real life. Terry's cool, and him and his wife are very nice people. They're very cool. They're from up north. I don't want to say where he is. I subscribed after watching one of my videos months ago. Thank you, Manuela. What else do you need to worry about? We are all home all day. I worry about lots of things. I worry about lightning strikes and hornet wasp stings, and I worry about lots of stuff. Did you get your food you've been looking for to cook with the hoarders taking it all? Well, the food's easier to get. It's just that eggs and milk are more expensive now. Yes, she has a beautiful face. Did you get your food? Okay, now I answered that. Super excited to see the Raiders in Vegas. Yeah, but they might be the San Antonio Raiders at home games. Isn't that a bummer? It's really not appropriate. I'm tripping over my words. It's not really appropriate to play at Sam Boyd Stadium. It's an old 50-year-old building. Eric loves betting on armed forces college football teams. Okay, what is the cat's name? It's Sage, but we call her Princess. When we adopted her, it was Sage, and now it's Princess Sage. I am the Cat King. It'd be like the Lizard King. That would be like Jim Morrison from The Doors. Okay, make a ton of money off to the new Grumpy Cat. You're going to get scratched. Oh, off the new Grumpy Cat. Oh, that's not nice, Kissy Cat, since it's in your name. Flyover is on YouTube, half an hour long. You can get a cool view of the cockpit. They have the actual cockpit hangover. Flyover last year. Steven, we will make you an honorary space commando. Oh, yes, I'm sure that would be pretty cool. But I have pigeon feet that go like this, and I wear glasses, and I have asthma. They don't want me in space. I'd be a liability, my friends. What do you think of college football? I know nothing about it, except that if you're going to put your money down, put it on the Tigers or the Crimson Tide. That's what I know. And the Ducks are supposed to be good or something. I don't know. College football's weird to me. But, hey, man, it's big. It's big, big, big. And, yeah. Not going nowhere for a while. Grab a Snickers. You look grumpy. Say hi to Jillian. My daughter's listening now. Hey, Jillian. Jillian Baker, I presume. How you doing? We're here in Las Vegas. We're doing a live stream for the whole world. For the whole world, like Mickey Rooney. I was the biggest star in the world. Nobody knows who Mickey Rooney is. Thumbs down. When do you think the Strip will open up? Do you think the NBA will ever come to Las Vegas? The NBA will come to Las Vegas in time, whenever a team, because money talks and everything walks, and I think the NBA will be here, and I think the Strip will open somewhere between May 1st and May 15th. And now is the time in the video where everybody tells me I'm dangerous saying those things. Subscribe if you haven't. Okay, thank you. Congrats, celebrate 16K. Am I 16K? I didn't even know I was 16K. Let's look at studio. By the way, it rounds me up, so I'm probably not 16K. Oh, I am. I'm 16,010. That was a new one on me. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Well deserved. I remember when I first saw on a live stream going to crash that person's stream with Matthew at Oceans 1. I messaged Matthew on Instagram. He was very polite, and I apologized to him, and he said, no worries, I didn't even remember. He remembered. He's just being polite because he's Canadian. But anyways, he's cool. My favorite steak place in Las Vegas is right here at this house. We had an angel and his wife from the East Coast send us a $100 Albertsons gift card, and that was epic, and we got good food, and we're going to put out some seating arrangements for that person and send them a photo very soon. And that was very nice. And I mean, we could eat steak out. I don't know. We've eaten at Red Rock, at Chops, T-Bones. I don't think it's there anymore. But we don't eat a lot of steak out when you cook. My wife cooks like she does, and she always insists. I don't put her to work. Do you think Vegas will be running in June? $35 round trips throughout June. Whoa, round trip for $35? Book it. Even if you don't get to go, you get to tell your grandkids about that time you bought a $35 round trip on an airplane when the baggage fees were probably double that and the jet fuel was more than that. Steve, can you explain the big boys selling properties then leasing them back? That's a loaded question, and I will miss a lot of super chats. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to explain that, please, and I will explain it. Frank, I did kind of cover this. I'm not a real estate guru. I'm just a jerk with a camera, but I would love to explain it the best I could for you guys. So let me think. Pretty cat, Siamese mixed. Okay, let's see. Starting apartments within one free lease. Is that typical? Yes, it is. They give move-in specials all the time. Steak. Okay, steak's a good one at the Mirage. She was just thrilled. No problem, Brickman Baker. Let's see here. How do you foresee the future of Caesars selling off or staying strong? They haven't been strong in 4 years. I don't know why they would be strong. I got a couple of likes, so let's do this. Okay, so you want to do a lease back on a property. So you own a house. You own the land. You own the building. You sell the land and the building to this guy over here. And this guy over here now owns the land and the building. So you don't have to worry about the value of the land and the building anymore. But you agree to improve your house and hopefully increase the value of what's there and make a bunch of money. You then enter into an agreement with the person that purchased your land and your house to make a little bit of money off of any kind of appreciation that might happen based on what you're doing on the property. That's like what a leaseback is. And then you pay rent to that owner of that property. So if I'm not explaining it very well, you take something like the Bellagio, you sell it to somebody who wants to own the building and the land, and you become tenants in that building. But you make an agreement with them that if your business is still strong and you're making a bunch of money, that you can earn some profits off of whatever the appreciation of the property might be in the future. And then you go and enter into a REIT, R-E-I-T. I can't remember what that stands for, and it gets way more complicated for tax reasons. That's why you do that as well. Okay, does that explain it? Maybe not. I don't know. There's people watching this that are probably real estate moguls that have millions of dollars and are looking to snap up properties, and they're laughing at me, giggling, going, you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Wow. Okay. 2 billion is nothing. Trillion. Okay. Dana Carvey did a great impression. Yes, he did. That was a great impression on Saturday Night Live. I think Vegas will open May 15th just in time for Memorial Day. That might work. Is Scott Yancey from Flipping Vegas a well-known businessman in Vegas? Do you know if he is still flipping houses? I haven't even heard of the guy until somebody mentioned him, so that shows what I know. And those guys, they're Vegas locals that live in California a lot of the time. I'm not saying he is one. I'm not saying he's a phony or anything like that. I'm just saying that that's what a lot of it is. Oh, boy. My father West was a great bookie. He passed, and I continue the legacy and commented on your talk stream. Thank you so much, Tony Quest. I appreciate it. Was your father's name West Quest? Because that is awesome. Okay. Well, same hubs make the best steak at home. Every once in a while, it's nice to not do dishes. Well, my wife and I have a deal. She cooks and I do the dishes. Sometimes I even do them properly. Act now or never, Mr. Anon. I love the Red Rock Buffet. It's probably good. I've not eaten out there, but I bet you it's great. Is there a vlogger who explains? There is a vlogger who explains as well. So Eric is going to go and promote a vlogger who's better at explaining things than me. It's probably Say Hello to Kevin. Or meet Kevin. Say hello to Kevin. Say hi to Kevin. Say hi to Matthew. Say hi to Steven. Say hi to Jason. Say hi to Jacob. That's the new trend. No, it's probably meet Kevin. He's very good at what he does. We can remember when you were only a few thousand subscribers. Ah, the old days. Yes, Dell, I appreciate that. I don't know why I'm getting the growth, but I am. Have you seen any movies being filmed in Vegas? Yeah, I mean, we saw the Bourne movie, the Legacy movie, whatever it was called. I saw Burt Wonderstone when it was filming in front of the Flamingo years ago. I saw them when they were filming Get Him to the Greek over at Planet Hollywood. We saw setups for The Hangover, obviously. That was filmed in front of Caesar's Palace. And then the third movie was filmed there as well. It's a way for the company to raise a lot of money and still own the business. Well, they're never going to sell their business, but they sell the land, and they make money off the land, which gives them money that they can use to do other things. In the case of MGM, they were trying to get into the Japanese market. How'd that work out for you? How's the Asian market working for? How's any market working for you right now? How do you think housing costs will be affected in the Valley? I said this in a video. I said it's possible that the housing costs will go down, but it's going to take probably 6-9 months or something. Take a look at it. Let me see here. It sounds complicated, and if something is too complicated, it's a scam for wealthy people. No, I don't think so, because that's like saying heart bypass surgery is complicated, and I wouldn't want to do it. Too bad I'm not a 250,000 strong. 200 viewers, let's go. It's okay. It'll probably not get over 200 viewers. Spread the word. Thank you so much. Real Estate Investment Trust, REIT, REIT. There you go. Boom. I think Vegas is going to make a movie on how Donald Trump made them have the worst recession ever. Edgar, I would agree with you if we could prove that one person was responsible for the horrible thing that went around the world. And I think that Spain, I think that Italy, I think that the United Kingdom, I think every single industrialized nation on earth is going through this, plus the poor nations like my family in the Philippines. So I don't know that we would blame it on anybody. And if somebody was in here and they said Hillary Clinton caused it, it wouldn't be fair to that person either. So let's play both sides right now and say that it's not one, it's not the other. And we have to come together like the Beatles said. Scott Yancey's real estate girls were hot. They usually are, Richard, because he's on television. Have you ever been to the Huntridge Theater? I've never been inside of it, but we used to drive past it all the time. We used to live in that area, go down Charleston to East Charleston. Huntridge Theater is on the United States National Historical Registries list. Can never be torn down. Famous bands have played there. I think the Ramones have played there. I think Foo Fighters have played there. I don't know. A lot of big bands there. Love your old days. You are a great speaker, and that's why most of us enjoy you. Thank you. Hope I'm still a good speaker versus the old days, because I don't know what I was doing back in the old days. I was there for both the Hangover movies. Cool, Dina. Thumbs up for the channel. Thank you, guys. I don't have any likes because nobody likes me. Bring, okay. Do you think Vegas will try to do more philosophies to get more people to come? I think you mean ideas. I'm fascinated with the psychological way Vegas runs the business. What will they do to make people come back? Deals, 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 and a sense of well-being. And I've said this before, but people don't believe me when I say they're going to have to get people comfortable with the fact that it's safe to come here. Only when it's safe to come here, I guess. And I think that'll be sooner than people think. I think that there's a lot of things we don't understand, and the best minds in the world are looking at it and trying to fix it. Do you think Vegas? Okay. I saw Dana Carvey at the Orleans a few years ago. What an awesome show, and lucked out with timing because he was only there 2 nights. We didn't know he was going to be there before we booked. I saw Rob Schneider up in Lake Tahoe at the Montbleu. It was a great show too. Glory days. Land by where they might put the train to California is a good investment. I think it's already owned by a lot of people, but some of it's for sale. It might be a good investment, Johnny. I imagine if you had the money to buy into it and they build that train, yeah, you're going to be sitting on something good. Have they turned off all the water fountains? Del, the Bellagio still has water in it. The Mirage, I'm doing this in my documentary video, which I have to finish. It's going to be a sad video. It's going to be the opposite and the antithesis of what I do because it expresses what I feel on the strip. The Mirage has some water, but some's missing. Caesars has no water. Do you think earthquakes earlier this year, the Vegas bug attack, was a warning of what's coming? I think that the world is, like George Carlin says, tougher than we give it credit for. We're not going to destroy it on our own, so no. Higher up the food chain, blame the banks or the Federal Reserve. Sean might be onto something, but I'm not educated enough to know. Anthony Collins is here. Cool. Have I ever seen Carrot Top? No, I've never seen Carrot Top. Guys, spoiler alert, I'm not a rich kid. I didn't go to a lot of shows, but I think it'd be funny to see. Scott Thompson is his name. It's a Chinese-American fault. Look it up. Tony is talking about that stuff again. I love you, Tony, but we're not going to go there because we don't want to hurt people. My wife is an Asian American, and yeah, so it's okay. Bally's versus Flamingo. I choose Flamingo just because of the classicness of it and because I don't think Bally's is doing enough to keep up with the Joneses and make their resort nicer. I enjoyed your karaoke. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I'm bad at karaoke. Slight echo on the microphone, guys. I don't know what to tell you. My mic shouldn't be echoing. Let me check my own live stream and see if it's echoing right now. Yeah, if there's a slight echo, guys, I don't know about that. Doesn't sound like there is on my end, but it just could be that I don't know how to use my mic. Who was the largest pancakes, House to Go-Go or Peppermill? I think Hash House because I've never eaten at Peppermill, but Hash House is pretty epic. Guys, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to get more Vegas stuff. One person pushing a car up a hill will not go very far. 4 people pushing the car will make it to the top. Teamwork for the win. The summer earthquakes happened up by I think by June 1st we will see some kind of movement. I think by mid-May we'll see some movement. It would be nice if Las Vegas was in Grand Theft Auto 5. That would be pretty bad asked, Albert. I'd love to see that. If they did that, that would be cool. Can't wait, Shin, for Garden Grove. New subscriber anxious to return to Vegas. Garden Grove, California. If it's got the word Garden and Grove in it, it's probably California. Dell, I think Carrot Top's great if you love that kind of humor. Jen asks what the Vegas bug attack was. He's talking about the grasshoppers and the locusts. We had a lot of them here. It's just because it was warmer and wetter than usual, and they ended up here. Sometimes birds go off their migratory path when the weather changes a little bit, too. Johnny, we had tickets to Andrew Dice. We couldn't do it. Oh, Joshua Hooks asks me a very important question. What's my favorite cheeseburger place? Well, my favorite in the world is actually Hodad's in Ocean Beach, California, but you can't get that here. It was Kilroy's, and then Kilroy's closed. And now, I mean, you know, we usually just go with whatever the wife cooks, or we go with, what else? Believe it or not, In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out makes a mean burger the same way every time. Very good, and they'll customize the heck out of it for you. I mean, like I say, steak and shake, you got this, you got that. I'm not paying $15, $20 for a burger. I've heard Gordon Ramsay is excellent as well. Are people allowed to exercise and walk the sidewalks on the Strip? No, it's fine, but I have it on good authority. You should not go to the Strip at night after dark just because the cops will mess with you because the casinos are trying to keep people away. So don't do that. 208. Somebody is coming. Oh, that's just somebody using the restroom. Matthew said he met you a while ago. Do you also know Jacob and Derek, Vegas Vloggers? I texted Derek on the phone once. He seems like a nice guy. And Matthew and Jacob and me met at all the same time. Yeah, I forgot all about the grasshoppers. Grasshopper. Anybody remember that one? No, Peppermill is also great. No Diss Hash House A Go-Go is also good. Would love to ask a question. If I pay for the license to use music on some of... Okay, so Life on the Water is asking me a YouTube question. Let's talk YouTube. If I pay for the license to use music from some who puts it up for sale, how do I monetize my videos? Well, you'd have to get to the rights owner and get them permission, and they might charge you for that. If you pay for that, then you have written permission, you can monetize it. But the YouTube system is algorithmic and it's automatic, and they will probably copyright infringe you, and then you'll have to dispute it presenting your proof. The better way to do it is to go with, there's sound licensing companies. Oh, look at this. Oh, he's so big. He's getting thinner. There's companies that license music. There's also YouTube's audio library, which I use extensively. You can buy different subscription models, but just know when you get out of that subscription model with them, you're never going to be able to use that video for music. You'll have to replace that video or get rid of it or replace the music, which is a pain. So the subscription model's not for me. Not for me. So this is my cat. He's 25 pounds. He eats specialized cat food. He is huge. Look at this thing. Seriously. I'm not joking right now, guys. And that's indecent what I'm doing right now. I'm showing you his his nipples. But this cat is on a diet right now, but he still needs a special food. So thank you for supporting the channel. Anyways, Tampa is checking in. I think, Tampa, did you email me earlier? I emailed you back. Oh, boy. Have you done that zip line downtown? No, I've not gone there yet. I was going to go to the Stratosphere, and then I looked at the prices, and I was in the middle of my move, and I had one of my subscribers wanted to do it with me, but then I couldn't make it. The live feed on the Vegas street showed lots of officers out there and some sketchy people. That is right. Have you seen Chris Angel? No, I never had a chance. I was there during the Grasshopper Plague. Let's talk YouTube. How do you use all music? And how do you know what will not be monetized? Well, you can go into the YouTube audio library. It's a giant library that YouTube keeps that's all free and that's all music. And it's not a YouTube channel. So don't go to a YouTube channel saying free music. That's sometimes a scam where they copyright claim you. Those musics are all free to use. And if you need to put something in your video description, it tells you so. But almost all free to use. Ow! Stop biting my ear, dude. You gonna bite this too? Don't bite my ear. You're not getting nothing. Yeah, so Razor's answering him. Like I said, the planet will continue. Earth, Venus, whatever, but I may not want to live on it. He's cute, beefy, and adorable. Oh, don't be scared of cats. They're beautiful little creatures. There you go. So I have no more chats, so I'm going to log off, right? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, he's a hungry cat, but that's okay. Don't bite me, dude. Stop it. You're not getting anything, so you might as well. All right, guys. Everybody's saying hi to Blackjack. Connie is here. Connie is a super supporter, and I appreciate her being around, and that's cool too. And there you go. So, guys, 209 subscribers, and my chat has just randomly stopped. There it is. Cool. There you go. Whoa! I've heard owning a dog in Vegas is kind of hard due to the heat and trying to exercise them, and no grass makes cats more popular. Do you rescue, Steven? Yes, this is a rescue cat. Oh, we found him in the parking lot when people were losing their houses, and we picked him up and gave him a home. Now he's huge. But I don't know about the dog thing. It's tough with dogs, yeah, but you can always go out in the morning or in the evening time. Best place to eat on the Strip? Same question downtown. I mean, for value proposition, probably Ocean's 1. For best place to eat anywhere, you can go over to Guy Savoy's restaurant. You're going to pay $400 for 2 people to eat a tasting menu, but it's great. Lots of celebrity chefs downtown. Hugo Cellar's known to be a good place. And I don't go downtown a whole lot. I want to get down there more. I have the license. I am just wondering if I should send it to YouTube first or some special process. Being a new YouTuber hurts my head. Well, you don't really have to worry right now. If you're a new YouTuber, you're probably not making any money off your videos. So just put it up there and see what happens. Unless they really strike your channel, which they probably won't do nowadays. But I would contact the company and ask them what their recommendation is if you paid for the license. And go from there. They may not even be in the YouTube system. If they're not in the automatic system, you don't got to worry about anything because it won't pick it up and trigger. If that cat was bigger, he would eat you. Yes, he wants to eat me. Press the like button. How are the homeless doing? I don't know. I assume that they're doing what they do, which is unfortunate, the fact that they can't get they can't get a lot of help from the tourists right now. That's what it is. How did you get each cat? First cat is Domino. He's not here right now. He's old, and he's kind of wobbly because he's very old. We got him because we had a stray mother that gave birth to 5 cats on our balcony. 4 cats, I can't remember right now. And we kept him, and we got this feral mother. We went through the problem of getting the feral mother fixed and released back into the area, which they call the colony. And then we fixed all the other cats and gave them to no-kill shelters. And they lived their life. 2 of them went to Massachusetts, and 1 of them went to California, and 1 of them stayed with us. The black one, wandering around in a parking lot, rescued him. I got itchy just because of the cat hair now. And then the other one was Princess Sage. She was at a PetSmart. Somebody donated $100, way more than I needed for a GoPro accessory. So we paid the rest to rescue that cat because she was a Siamese, and we always wanted a Siamese. All right. I'm going to order Pizza Rock on good Goldbelly, shipped with dry ice. Ha! Really? That sounds awfully troublesome, but that's pretty cool, Martin. What's your take on the Danny Gans story? I don't know enough about it, but I heard from inside sources that Danny had a lot of addictions, and it's a shame that he's not with us anymore. Gordon Ramsay's burgers are awesome. Yeah, you can get an affordable burger at Gordon Ramsay. You can get expensive ones, too. Cheap and delicious, my favorite place. I'm going to go with Ocean's 1 because it's super cheap and the food is oftentimes great quality. GMA to 5 boys is here. Gosh, that's a lot of boys to be grandma to. We ate at Hell's Kitchen at Caesars. So expensive. Have you ate there? We had reservations to go, and then those got canceled. Canceled. I got a Tar Heel estate. I got either a Tar Heel estate or a Blue Devil in the house with Darren. I can't remember if he told me before what he is. Wish I could hold my cat like that, but she bites and scratches. Okay, cats are great. They do what they want. They own you. This is true. I'm a great guy because I'm a cat person. Well, there you go. Kirk Kerkorian's nephew, he is in prison for 7 counts of dehydrating cats to death and 2 counts of dehydrating birds to death. That's a bummer. That's horrible. What a way to put that on my podcast, my live stream. But I think that's just a monster that would do something like that, don't you think? What kind of monster does something like that? You can't feed your cats? What's wrong with you? You can't give them water? It's water, man. You put it into a big bucket and you let them drink out of it every week. Okay, better watch out for that. I don't know what that is. Toxoblastis. Don't know what that is. The Review Journal said MGM will plan to sell Excalibur just like the Trop. They very well might. Life on the Water, and that must be a news story that I didn't see, so I'll definitely report on that The question is, who's the buyer for the Excalibur, and whether or not Blackstone is willing to take on another giant thing like that if the price is good enough and their forecasts are good enough. I'm sure they might. I've never eaten the Heart Attack Grill. I think it's tacky personally, but people like it. I don't think that enticing people to eat way too much and glorifying obesity is good. And I'm not saying that obese people are bad either, because they're not. But I would like to see people live healthier lifestyles. God knows I have not lived healthy for the past few months, and I'm changing that by going back to my intermittent fasting. I don't know who a scumbag is, Javier, but let's keep it clean. The next casino that will be demolished will be the Rio. Sucks because that was a great casino. I don't know that they're being demolished because they just got purchased last year, and they have a 2-year guarantee on that operation running just the way it is. But we'll see. Oh, Javier, yes, abusing the animals. He is a scumbag. Do locals gamble? Tasso 77 asks. Some of them do. Not all of them. I don't gamble personally. Food is not all that good there. I'm not sure where it's not all that good. Don't you have a third cat? I do, but like I mentioned, he is very, very old, and so he has reduced mobility, and I live in a big place with 2,700 square feet, so sometimes he doesn't even come in this room that I'm in, because my bedroom is on the other side where the wife watches TV, so she doesn't have to hear me blah, blah, blah on this darn camera. More resorts should offer at least $20 free slot, 2-for-1 buffets to offer value. Seems they only offer a 10 or 20% discount at their restaurants and little or no free play on slots anymore. This is true. It's a possibility they could offer some free slot play or at least match play. Match play wouldn't lose them anything, really, because you're just going to win something and then recycle it back. Guys, I have 199 people and 106 likes. Do me a favor and hit the like button. And also, if you haven't done so, subscribe for me, okay? California is here. Informative streams. We'll see about that. What is your day job? Thank you. So I work in my normal day job, and I have a horrible problem because I usually sell advertising in this really awesome magazine that goes out to thousands and thousands and thousands of locations all across Las Vegas. It was the best job I ever had, and now you're not getting that kind of money. Look, they actually had Jennifer Lopez on the cover. This was an article feature on Jennifer Lopez returning to Vegas. Anyways, we're now doing digital advertising, so if you know anybody in Vegas that wants to be advertised to 40,000 people for a very reasonable rate, just send them over my way, and I can straighten them out and they can get something good for them. The casinos should be open in May. I think so too. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just have a situation where we are essentially in between things and we're doing some house sitting for somebody, and I'm paying rent for that 2,700 square feet more than I would like. And I started doing that with a good job, and then everything fell out, which is not very funny. Let's see what my viewer activity is. I got the super chats going on. That's nice of you guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, Joshua Hooks hit me with another $5. Sal Sajev, first hotel in Vegas, Golden Gate Hotel at one point. Still is the Golden Gate. I think it was originally called Hotel Vegas. It was the Nevada Hotel or something like that. No, you don't keep bothering me, man. You're cool in my books. But yeah, he is correct. I asked that in my video today, and that is right. The way I do my videos is I get up in the morning. Let me close this door because it's getting loud. There's a dryer near me. I get up in the morning, and I research stuff. And I go online and I see if there's any pertinent news. And if there's not, I skip that. I try to make something for you. So today I did this, and I said, what is this hotel right here? And I also have my notes for the day right here. Sometimes the notes are very long. Like this was my notes from the other day, and then I try to memorize what I'm going to talk about in those notes, and then I make the video. I've been pretty good at making them in one shot lately, not having to edit things, so I'm very happy about that. Life in the Water says, Circus Hotel and Casino to sell soon, as the health department reports they will lose their license. I'm going to have to ask a guy who knows a guy and knows some stuff, because that's insane if that's true. Whoa. Because the Circus was bought by Phil Ruffin. He knows how to run hotels. He runs the Treasure Island. He has partial ownership in Trump Tower. He runs some dog tracks. He does some other stuff and some other properties. And so I'd be surprised, but I'll take a look at that for you. Let me write that down, actually. Otherwise, it's going to be like 1,000 different comments, and I will not remember it. Sorry about coughing on camera. I suck. The magazine looks very good. Subscribe money. No, it's a free magazine, actually. We go out to all the news racks. Whole Foods, Circus, Health District. I'll just put HD on there. So I'm going to look into that mañana. So there you go. But no, it goes out to Whole Foods, Albertsons, Smith's. Smith's is owned by the Kroger Corporation. It goes out to 400,000 readers a year. Our email blast goes out to 40,000 people. And it starts at $35 a day for 10 days minimum. So, since it's not print, I make a decent commission. If I could make a commission because people are hard to get to. Victor Crowell. Thank you so much, Victor. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and thank you guys so much. Have you ever heard of Frank Colota? We took his tour last year. Best thing I've ever done. Why? I heard of Frank. Remind me what he does, Terry. AC is on the East Coast version of Vegas, but it's dominated by New Yorkers. Hey, what's wrong with New Yorkers? You got a problem with your New Yorkers, Albert? I don't know if that's what they sound like. I'm just going off of bad stereotypes. I'm really, really sorry if I offended you. Please don't leave the podcast. I beg of you. Thank you. But anyways, I once had a friend who was from Reno, and he had traveled all around the world in the timeshare industry. And he was a pretty smart guy. He's good at sales. And he said that Reno is the Atlantic City of the West Coast. That's how he described Reno. I didn't think that was fair. I've never been to the East Coast aside from living in Niagara Falls, Canada as a child, and we drove into Rochester in upstate New York. We never even got as far as Buffalo. My old man was kind of very protective of the kids and knew that there was places you shouldn't go. And I wish we had gone to Manhattan, but back then in the late 80s, early 90s, it was not a place for kids. Times Square was a place with adult theaters and hustlers, so I'm glad he didn't take us there. My favorite Vegas story, I was in Circus as an 8-year-old when they were filming Diamonds Are Forever in the arcade. True story. Very cool. Did you see Sir Sean Connery in there? He was like, "Hello, I'm Sean Connery. I'm The Rock. Welcome to The Rock." It's a bad impression. Hazy with the New York stuff. Hey, Tasso. Some of my best friends are East Coasters. They move out to Las Vegas. I've been asked if I'm Jewish. I'm not. And I've been asked if I'm from Connecticut, and I'm not. I think it's because I pick up on the intonations of them talking. Frank is a rat. I must have missed something. I don't know who Frank is. Ooh, my ding is going off, so I should shut that up right now. Boom. No more talking. Atlantic City is a dump. Go Bills. Yes, the Bills are a great team. I'm glad that they never moved to Toronto, Canada. There was a rumor years ago because they were playing some games at the Rogers Centre or the Skydome or the whatever the hell they call it nowadays. Not everything you find online is true, so I always like to have someone to just check it. I'm still wondering what the heck will happen to the Drew. I don't think the Drew will come back, but they're not going to tell you. It's private money in a private company. They don't want to, so with these companies, they don't want to, what they don't want to do, we're going to be on here for 90 minutes, guys, so we're at the 50-minute mark, so we got another little ways to go. What they don't want to do is tell you one thing and make investors worried, and so they will keep everything close to the vest, which makes sense. Whoa! 808 Meshel, I don't know you. That is cool. By the way, guys, I'm going to change this text on my screen right now. Let me see if I can change this. Here you go. If you guys super chat me like that, I want you to email me. And then that way, you guys can get access to my stuff like the documentary little dead strip I'm doing early. Because you may not be on the Patreon, but you guys are awesome and you're troopers. So I better put this email somewhere. Email. Get to email. None of you guys know what that was from. That was from Strong Bad. If you know Strong Bad, then you know stuff. Thank you so much, 808. 808 Meshel, 808 Meshel, 808 Meshel, 808 Meshel, 808 Meshel. I try to say it fast. Hopefully the casino's Rochester. Tony, I've been to Fantasy Island. It was an amusement park. Steve Miller. He's a joker. He's a smoker. He's a midnight toker. He does the Something in the Sun. I don't know the song. Unless that's the Steve Miller in the government, in which case, I can't believe you're watching my live stream. Don't you have more important things to do? There's two different Steve Millers. One of them was in the Trump administration. One of them did music. And, yeah, Some people call you a space cowboy. Thank you, Steve. Steve Miller, Steve Miller, Steve Miller, Steve Miller, Steve Miller. I'm going to have to figure out a different way to shout you guys out. I'm trying my bestest. I promise you guys that. I really am. I want to see Toronto get an NFL team. Albert, that will never, ever, ever happen. If you want to know why, Albert, ask me why in the comments, and I will tell you why that will never happen. It's Miller time, baby. Thank you, Steve. And thank you so much, Mr. 808 Meshel. I can't say it right. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. Not that good. Anyone there get a check? Nobody that I know of. Some people on the East Coast I've read have gotten checks. I haven't gotten a thing. Some kind of echoey reverb sound with your voice wasn't there yesterday. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me see if I can log into my camera and then go to my custom audio device, and then I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm going to have to set this up differently. Let's see if I can change that. And then it's changed now. You guys might hear it differently. Can you still hear me? Am I coming through okay? Because I just changed it to the webcam, this little deal right here, instead of this little deal right here. You tell me if the audio has changed. And the reason why Canada will never get an NFL team, you know, there's a reason why. I'm going to try to see my own live stream to see if it sounds like garbage now. Let's see here. See, I can hear it in my headphones. Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible audio, guys. I don't know what to tell you. You guys want to make my audio perfect, and I do too. There you go. So I'm going to try it right now. This is the worst part of a live stream where everybody leaves. I know it's worse now. I hear you. Hold on. I'm listening to myself on camera, listening to you guys talk. I made the mistake of staying at the CC Manor a few years ago. So let's try it now. There it is. Much better. All right, I fixed it. Good. All right. So anyways, made the mistake of staying at Circus Manor a few years ago. Didn't realize it when I booked the room. I was out. The room was cheap. There you go. Fix the microphone. Now I know what to use. Not this thing. This will be another thing that I fix in the future. All right, guys. So anyways, why then it's the American football? Okay, so Tony Quest is asking why, and I can tell you guys that right now. So back in the day, there was this thing called the USFL. The USFL was the United States Football League, and they had a team that was supposed to play in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They didn't play in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, because at the time, the father of the current Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, signed a law that said that Canadian football teams had to have a massive percentage of Canadian ownership and couldn't be a certain amount of distance away from Canada. It was some ridiculous rule. Let me look it up right now. Canadian football ownership rule, Trudeau. It really exists. Yeah, it's Trudeau to Pierre Trudeau. So now we're just researching Wikipedia articles right now. Yeah, so there's no way that it could happen because there's actually a law against it. And I'll make a video on that, or I'll just research it a bit more to tell you guys that. But it can't happen. So there was going to be a team called the Toronto Lumberjacks. Toronto Lumberjacks. That'll bring it up for sure. Oh, Leonard, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Pierre Elliott Trudeau, and they made a law that said that you can't have an American team in Canada. They made it essentially impossible. That team went down to go play in, I believe, Memphis, Tennessee, and then the USFL folded shortly thereafterwards. But there really is no place in Canada for Canadian foreign ownership of Canadian football teams. They have to be a Canadian team. You have to play in the CFL. Yes, thank you. You're wrong. I was wrong. Toronto Northmen. I wanted to say Lumberjacks, but it was Northmen. There it is. Boom. That is exactly right. You are right. Thank you so much, Leonard. This is correct. The Toronto Northmen, they went to play in Memphis, but they couldn't play in Canada because they said you can't have an American-owned team in Canada. Ain't that a kicker? That's so weird. Plus, the CFL, Canadian football, has really, really bad. Oh, Eric, thank you so much, Eric. Oh, wait. Leonard Tekex, Leonard Tekex, Leonard Tekex, Leonard Tekex, Leonard Tekex, and Eric Steenerson, Eric Steenerson, Eric Steenerson, Eric Steenerson, Eric Steenerson. Thank you so much. The XFL is bankrupt and not coming back. They announced that today. Yes, they did announce that over the weekend. The XFL will not be resuming play and not be resuming any operations. I apologize to everybody who was a fan. Did you know that Vince McMahon tried to buy the CFL? I didn't know that, Razor. That's very interesting, man. That's some facts I don't think anybody knows. You should go look at this channel called Urinating Tree. Urinating Tree. I know it's gross. It's a gross name for a channel. He talks a lot of blue words, so not safe for work stuff, but he tears into stuff, and he does postmortems. The postmortem on the XFL is pretty good. The Leafs have the most expensive coach. Yeah, the Maple Leafs have one of the most expensive teams in the NFL. Hey, Steve. Hi, Damien. How you doing, my man? Damian Taylor. Is this the same Damian Taylor that emailed me earlier today? I got an email from somebody named Damien, and I want to double check. Yes, maybe, possibly. I don't know what I'm doing. Ricky, Harlan. I don't know. I think it's Damien. Damien was awesome to me today. He was very helpful to me today, and he was an angel to me today, so thank you. Well, Stephen, how are you? I am awesome, Albert Dare 2. I'm great. Can we get a Tupac memorial on the location where he was shot? I don't know, man. I think people go out there and they memorialize it all on his own. I have a running joke about John Chrétien would always talk French out of one side of his mouth and English out of his other side. Ha! But he has the stereotypical, prototypical French-Canadian accent, doesn't he? It doesn't get much more like of a textbook case of a French-Canadian accent. I could do it, but I would no doubt offend a whole bunch of people and they would call me racist, but he really does sound French-Canadian when he talks. They fired the expletive coach ages ago. Any favorite buffets just in case they open back up? Kelly's. I've been eating at the Rampart Casino Buffet for ages. It is very good. The Raiders Stadium is under construction, life on the water, but they're looking for contingencies in case anything crazy happens. I believe they're thinking disruptions in supply chains, but I can't tell you for sure. Any price yet on our masks? I don't have one yet because we have to price out the material plus the time plus the 3 different sizes, Javier. I'm pre-ordering them for, I know people sell the masks. I was going to not talk about the masks. This little piece of, this little one thing, it's called a 1 yard. This yard is like $6-7, so we have to see how many we can make. And I have a mask. I'll put it in the video tomorrow. It's not in here right now. I didn't want to pimp out the masks too much and make people mad at me, but I have one in the car. It's much better than this little one right here, and it's actually bigger and expandable, and you can put filters inside of it if you want. But some people are just throwing me $20 on PayPal, and I'm saying, okay, I'll send you a mask for $20 on PayPal, whatever. Depending on where they're shipped, of course. How will the pools be handled when the casinos open up? They're going to fill them up with Purell. Where's my Purell? They're going to fill them up with Purell. This video is brought to you by Purell. Just kidding. I don't have any sponsors. I'm just a guy with a camera. So anyways, no, I don't know how the pools are going to be handled. That seems crazy. But, hey, guess what? You could always jump in the sauna or a hot shower, I guess, right? Because it can't survive in heat? I don't know. They should have just left the Stardust where it stood. The Stardust was antiquated, though, life on the water. I liked the Stardust as well, but it was very, very old, and the casino layout was very not congruent to anything, and some of these buildings just can't be retrofitted. Have you ever been in a building and the Wi-Fi dies? It's because they're not built for that. You're welcome, Eric says. Yep, fired him a bit. I'm wearing a mask if it's my face. I'm not wearing a mask if it's... you don't have to, Johnny, but in some jurisdictions in California, you evidently do. Well, they make the buffets more cafeteria style. I don't think so, Keith. That seems crazy. I had some ideas for the buffets in my video from 2 days ago. Gucci. One of these days I want to visit the Neon Museum. I miss the old Vegas lights. The Neon Museum is great. I highly recommend you go if you like the history of it all. Will you visit Niagara Falls again anytime soon? I have relatives in the Niagara region. I would like to go there with my wife because she loves foliage and beautiful flowers, and she's also a wine connoisseur, and they have some of the best wineries in North America out there. Oh my God, that much Purell in a pool. The fumes, I know you'd pass right out into the alcohol, so you wouldn't even have to drink. So I guess they're going to kick that idea because nobody would be drinking at the pools. Maybe chlorine kills the virus. The WHO or whatever, some people don't like those folks, but they have a bunch of stuff on what kills it. The CDC says what kills it. Okay, thanks in Florida. You need a mask to go any store. Javier, I got my email on the screen. You can go ahead and email if you guys want to. And I'll open up a dialogue. And I'm also going to put it onto my chat box. Disappeared. Oh, there it is. I'm also going to put it on my website so you guys can just order them there. But some people don't like the designs, I guess. No peeing in the pools. They should put that dye in there so it'll make a big blue ugly thing around you if you do it. Someone needs to do a study. Yeah. Take off, eh, hoser? Pee is sterile. How will Golden Corral function? So I was having this conversation with a very learned person, and he was saying that some is one of the only advisor I have. My other advisor is my wife. He was saying that some of the smaller hotels and properties are done for. This is going to change the way you do business, and either you change the way you do business now or you go out of business. And that's what that is. Look, the internet came around and facilitated the death of many businesses because they couldn't change the way they operated, and that's just the way it is. Any update on the World Series of Poker? Not yet. I will bring it to you if there is. How's the Atomic Museum? Well, they just got a grant from the state that says that if they raise the dollar, the state matches the dollar. And they're going to look for something near downtown, which is very nice. And, it's big and cavernous, and if you don't like enclosed places with echoes, you will not like it. But the Atomic Museum is cool. A lot of rich history out here. There's some negative stuff that they probably don't tell you about there, but lots of good stuff. What's the name of the hotel on the north end of the Strip that they never finished, and why did they not finish that hotel? That was the Fontainebleau. Now it's the Drew. The Fontainebleau had a big bank loan with MBNA. MBNA, I don't even think they're around anymore, but he defaulted on a payment, and it fell into foreclosure. And then the property was purchased by... Gosh, I can't remember the name, but it was one of the richest men in the world. And then he sold off all of the insides to the Plaza Hotel downtown. And now the Plaza has all the furnishings inside of it that the Fontainebleau was supposed to have. Then it was picked up by a guy whose name escapes me right now and called the Drew to honor his passed son. And now they're not finishing it because he said it's on hold. Went to the Riviera before it closed and was my favorite casino floors. The place had a good vibe and older machines that were looser. Yeah, and they also had Nickeltown where you could get like $1 hot dogs and 50-cent drinks. It was fun. Were the liquor stores open? All liquor stores are closed. They opened them up, Howard, for curbside service. So you can go get your alcohol and have it delivered to your car. Your wife is smart. Okay. Yeah, she is smart. Jeff Foxworthy will make a commercial to calm the Golden Corral car. You know you're a redneck if Golden Corral by Jeff Foxworthy helps you to be calm. Stay calm, everybody. Jeff Foxworthy's a smart guy. He was on Shark Tank, for the record. It was a character he was playing. Sean says the bailout won't save everyone. Well, to an extent, they're not giving people enough to cover their bills. But it will help people survive and not be hungry in the streets. And it's $2 trillion, and the whole entire economy in the United States is worth $6. So I think we burned through with all these stimuluses that we will have more than the whole economy. That's insane, isn't it? Oh man, my parents are screaming my name like that. Like what now? Albert Sancho is in big trouble. Albert, what did you do, man? Whatever you do. Don't tell them you're watching YouTube at whatever god-awful time of the night it is. Any news on the Rio? People keep asking me about the Rio Hotel, and I keep telling y'all if I look it up in the news machine and I don't see anything, then I don't know. Let's see what the Rio Hotel comes up with. Last news on the Rio? Nothing. It's about the Copacabana Hotel in Rio de Janeiro. So, Caesars Properties, Venetian joined closed Las Vegas hotels. See, nothing on the Rio, guys. Nothing on the Rio. Carl Icahn. Kirk Kerkorian. I believe it was Carl Icahn. Frank Colombo might have it right there. And I think Ronnie C. backs him up. I don't think Kirk Kerkorian's been with us for a while. I don't think he's passed. Favorite hotel on the Strip I've stayed is the Aria. You have good taste, J-Fed. It's a nice place. I see they removed the trailers from the Drew. Construction has stopped. Yes, it's been canceled for a while or on hold. Do you think the local economy will open by the end of the month, or will it get extended again? It looks like our governor is going off of the federal government's guidelines, so it's wait and see. But I know they're itching to get back to some level of normalcy. Jeff Foxworthy is a civil engineer. That is cool. And Vanilla Ice is a home flipper. And MC Hammer is a pastor. What's up with that? Wonder what my next career in life will be. What do you think my next career in life will be, everybody? What do you think I'll do after I finally decide to stop trying to suck money out of rich people in advertising? Suck money. I do a good service for them. Somebody texted me, "How are you, Uncle Steven? So I miss my Auntie Caroline." Aw, this is somebody from the Philippines texting me. That is so sweet of her. Will there be a Hangover 4 movie reunion, Paul? I think it might be. In the new economy, there's going to be a lot of movies that change a lot of things. Like when you had entire movies based on social media stuff or entire movies based on streaming or video games. Possibly. Are there any good old-fashioned diners in downtown? No, not really. There's a diner off of Warm Springs, though. Nowhere near downtown. There's a diner near the Rio in the back. It's just a breakfast joint. There's the Egg and I. Those are good little diners, but that's a chain restaurant. Leslie Chow will need a lot of Coca-Cola Classic for Hangover 4. Radio. Sean says radio. Golden Gate is a dancer on their blackjack table. That's the old Rio thing. They used to do that. Albert Sancho says, I'm back. He's doing the Arnold voice. I'm going to book a trip to Las Vegas mid-May. It's actually going to happen or not. Kev K, make sure you get that trip insurance so you can cancel, but I think it might. A cop. No, Javier, I don't want to be a police officer. They don't get paid for what they do appropriately. It's tough on them. They have a hard job. Leos, or law enforcement officers, have a tough gig. Exotic dancer, Arlene says. Yeah, no way. Even at my leanest, I was not buff enough. Do you like the Green Valley Ranch Casino? I like the area. Green Valley Ranch is across from some great shopping. It's in Henderson. It's very far away. I could be a salesman. I am a salesman, Kevin, but thank you. Arctic Thunder up in Alaska says, great show. Real Flash Audio says, I think you'll be a franchise ambassador for the Culver's Butters Burgers restaurants and say there's the best burgers to bring to Nevada. I've heard of that chain, but I don't know that that'll ever happen. Anthony Collins says, I'll be a talking head. Where, Anthony? You tell me where. Can you do a video if car washes are open? I'm not sure if that's considered essential. Car washes are open, the automated ones especially, yes. Oh, yes, we got these on sale at a grocery store last year. They're plastic, so I can't break them. Yes, they're husband-proof. I think they need to wait at least another week to decide on a date on opening things up. I think that they have plans that would make our heads explode if we knew all of them. What about the El Cortez $10 prime rib? Do they still have it? Not sure. And after this, all bets are off for what specials are there. And run franchise operations for the west coast of Culver's Burgers. I'm starting to think that Real Flash Audio is actually a Culver's Burgers employee trying to get me to invest, and I don't have any franchise money, guys. That'll be the Kickstarter for franchise money for Culver's Burgers in Las Vegas. That's the only good thing Reno, Nevada still has. The town has a lot of good old school diners. That's cool. I like it. Actually, there are some good old school places up in northern Nevada. We used to go up there. We went to Mesquite has some good old school diners. That's not northern Nevada, of course. It's on the way to Utah. Green Valley Ranch. A job at Costco, Mark. That's nice. I'm just nothing more than a Costco employee. Culver's rocks. Salesman with a salary. Yeah, you're moving on up. But salesmen with salaries generally don't have very good commission structures as far as I know. Kevin says I should run for governor. Oh, man, then I'd have to be crooked. How would I do that? And what party would I run for? Ooh, I'm getting myself into hot water already. How does the United States have the highest cases of... Okay, Albert. So I was having this good conversation with somebody today, and they said... You know, I'm bummed because it looks like May 15, they had 109 new cases here. And I said, you always miss what you're not looking for. So let me just lay this out this way. Between the time when they promised 1 million test kits and failed to the time when they actually started getting private industry involved, they now have more test kits in this country than anywhere else. So if you ever buy a car, Albert, maybe you're not old enough to own a car yet, maybe you're old enough and you own 10 of them and you're one of those internet rich kids, in which case join my Patreon for $5 million a month. If you ever own a car or you're looking at a car, suddenly that car is driven by everybody because you're looking for it. It's in your consciousness. So when you test everybody, now you have all of the cases. In the case of Italy, for example, in the case of Italy, there were small towns where they weren't even testing for CV. And then they started doing tests, and all of a sudden they're seeing a resurgence, they say, but they weren't testing, so they weren't looking. And that's just the only way my rational mind can say it. If we look for something hard enough, we find lots of what we're looking for. And it's good that we're looking for this thing because we're finding lots of it. And that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's unfortunate. If I was blindfolded and I was inside Green Valley Ranch or Red Rock, I couldn't tell a difference. This is true. I think they're owned by the same company. A lot of the casinos have very stereotypical builds to them. Razor says I'll be a full-time YouTuber. I don't think I can make the money I want to make on YouTube, Razor. It's not logistically possible. The most profitable YouTubers are ones with courses to sell. So Peter McKinnon, great guy. Love the guy. Canadian guy. Millions of subscribers. Sells things on how to do photography and video. So he's very smart. He has high-ticket items to sell. Meet Kevin. Great real estate channel. He sells a thing on investing in homes. Very honest guy. Very good guy. If you're looking at real estate stuff, he's good. He did like a 30-minute video on how to get all the free money going around in the world. In fact, in the States right now. Good guy. But they sell $500 courses, $200 courses, $1,000 courses. I can't sell anything except for t-shirts, and even then they don't sell on my Teespring store. Culver's is based in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Well, you guys have the best beef up in Culver's, but Texans would tell me otherwise, and people from Alberta would tell me otherwise. So what's the best app for free rooms? Arctic Thunder? Probably My Vegas, because Wynn broke theirs. You need some hard stuff in that cup. No, I don't, Howard. It takes me off my game, and I can't do good for you guys. Gigolo Steve, haha. Greetings from Phoenix, by the way. Our White Castle is still open. Very nice. They're probably open here for delivery. There's a few of them in Las Vegas, not just one. No, my old manager, she's one of the Midwest. They're growing and have the personality for it. You are a get it done and get it done. Now, get her done. You got to do the Larry the Cable Guy when you say get her done. Get her done. Be careful, Frank says. Yes. One or more questions. How do I get more viewers? I got 2 so far. That's better than 0. You're really good at this. I don't know if I'm really good at this, Life on the Water. You can email me and I'll take a look at your channel and help you with things if you want. But Life on the Water, you need to have a passion for what you're talking about, and you just need to make consistent videos. There's a whole bunch of other things. But there's a whole bunch of really good blogs you could look at. There's Nick Nimmin. He does nothing but YouTube tips. There's Brian B. Johnson. He's very good. He'll show you how to get lots of viewers. You can just type that into YouTube, and that's a good one too. You might like that. Subscribe right now if you haven't, guys. You should subscribe to the channel because it's a channel with lots of YouTube channels. There's a channel called #LifeOnTheWater with 5,014 subscribers. I can't see your channel yet. I'm going to look for it right now. So Life on the Water says you have 3, but I don't see your face on there, my man. So if you want to link up your channel here, I'll approve it, and everybody can go look at your channel. And if you're talking about good stuff and you have a passion, they're going to go ahead and find you, my man. But I can't just click your name. Unless you're Albert Sancho, which is me. I don't know how to work YouTube, apparently. All right, guys, so we're going to look up Albert Sancho on YouTube. And let's see here. I don't see you either, my man. So, you know what? You can go ahead. Oh, there you are. You have 3 subscribers in one video. You made a video called Rusty Nears. My fictional cousins, Rusty Nears, got slapping for not cleaning up the house. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see here. 40% of them are in New York State. This guy's going to be good. He knows his analytics. If they open up too soon, then the cases are going to come back again and they will have to close again. I don't know. I'm not saying whatever. That's interesting. Mr. Steve Wynn, welcome to the chat. Mr. Steve Wynn. Where is Steve Wynn? There's no Steve Wynn in the chat. Steve Wynn can't even see the screen. He has blindness, degenerative eye disease. And he made all those casinos. I was in Virginia City on the July 4th a couple of years ago. They had a great parade with guys firing off muskets. I was the first time I experienced the 4th as a person in Canada. That's cool, Red Pill. The first time I experienced the 4th of July was when I moved here. July 4th, 2004. My uncle took me down to Long Beach, and then we went to Huntington Beach. And I saw 2 different fireworks shows. One from a crazy man who would drive to Nevada and drive back over with the Paiute Indian Native Americans fireworks. That's illegal. Yeah. And then one from Disney. So I got to see quite the 4th of July, my first day in America. It was the 4th of July. My friend is born on the 4th of July, which is also the name of a Tom Cruise movie, which you guys probably don't remember because it was from a long time ago. A Culver's owner is expected to be at the store at all times. That is pretty cool, Mark. That sounds like a good chain, man. You know, we're gonna have to kickstart a Culver's chain in Vegas. So yeah, Life on the Water. I got my emails on the videos. You can email me if you want. So go ahead. Thanks for the advice, buddy. We definitely subscribe and looking forward to your input on everything Vegas. Why does everybody keep saying Steve Wynn is here? I don't understand. I don't understand. Steve Wynn is not in the chat. You guys are just baiting me. I'm going to have to ban everybody and turn off my chats. El Cortez Hotel, Jackie Gowan owned it, lived there till he passed away. The Union Plaza is part of Vegas history. Yes. Yeah, the El Cortez is a classic place. Life on the Water. Keep watching and you'll learn. I don't have a YouTube how-to channel. I don't want to, you can't, I'm a Vegas channel. If I don't talk about Vegas stuff, people lynch me. They get out their pitchforks and their torches and they come and they burn down my house. Like the channel that has the original Baby Shark video. Can they really be that rich off one video? It really depends, guys. They need to have 4,000 subscribers, no, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And then they could make money from a single video, but they're probably not being ranked that much. There's a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube to get you guys views and get you ranked. You got to be consistent. You have to be going good thumbnails. You have to have good audio and video. This god-awful webcam sucks. Somebody today was nice enough to send me the money for a webcam, and then I realized I couldn't even buy it because you can't get webcams. It was like a 4K, 60 frames per second, 1080p. I could be talking to you, but you can't buy webcams now. So I'm sitting on that money waiting for Best Buy to tell me in May or June that it's available. After this, I needed one tomorrow. Check out my Instagram. It's okay, Albert. Just so you know, Albert, I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't care if people say this stuff in my chats, but some people, they're like, hey man, don't just promote all over my channel. I don't mind. So yeah, you can talk all you want. But some people are going to be like, hey dude, don't promote all over my channel. It's considered impolite. And don't do that on your videos, on other people's videos. Do it on your videos. But if you do it on other people's videos, sometimes they get annoyed with you. Black Cat just opened the door. He's leaving. So are people moving out of Vegas? Kevin, the question is, where would they go? There's nowhere else to go. There's definitely a balance in New York, New Jersey opening and staying shut. It's crazy and scary. That is crazy and scary. I don't know what they'll do with the former Lucky Dragon. Well, it's already been turned into a convention-based hotel, and I assume they'll do well because there's lots of conventions here. That was smart on them. Good morning, Anthony. Caught it at 5 in the morning. Anthony, we're going to be on for another 15 minutes or so. I'll try to do some of these earlier and give you guys enough time ahead of schedule because there's people in the UK where there's an 8-hour time difference. So if I'm on at 8 o'clock, it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning there. So that's tough for them. Wynn. Everybody keeps saying Wynn is here. Steve Wynn's not here. Any news on Northern Nevada? It's very barren and cold in the winter and hot in the summertime, and I don't know. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Just still, I guess.
Okay. There's 212 people watching me right now for some reason.
Whoa.
I know.
Wow.
And
On Monday?
yeah, and these people, look at this.
Did you show them your new mask?
Well, they've been asking. I've been hitting it hard, so I told them we're going to see it tomorrow.
Where's the animal one? The one that you got? This is just a prototype.
It's in the car.
Right here.
That's a prototype. You want to bring me one, you can show it. But I said because I pimped out the mask so hard, people were like, and I wanted to get them
I have
on rest.
another one.
Okay, all right, guys. She's going to bring another one. Our home price is going to go down or up. That remains to be seen. They actually increased 3% over the last 3 weeks, according to Zillow and my zip code. I just moved to Vegas. It's hot here a lot. It is hot a lot. Life on the Water. They're limiting the people in the Walmarts out here. That's a nationwide policy. I've never had to stand in line at a Walmart, though. We've always just gone in, and they have one person with an iPad tapping yes, and one person saying they're left, and it's okay. Home Depot at 2. Special guest was here, yep. Do you rent or did you buy? I was asking somebody else. It's my favorite person. When will you let her do a stream? She's a very private person. She doesn't want to do streams necessarily all the time. Life on the Water knows when you're going to do a live stream with me.
Oh, I'm doing it now.
No, they want the whole thing.
No.
You can't just tease them like that. All right, so this was, is this a machine wood or a hand one?
This is a handmade
sample.
Hand
so
stitch.
you're going to show us the features of this.
Okay, so this one, there's an opening for, say,
There's
for example, you want to, insert something like, some people are using the HEPA filter now. They cut, from the vacuum cleaner and all that stuff. Anything you want to insert, like if you want something thicker, but I think this is perfect because it's 100% cotton, breathable. But if you just want to go and, whatever you want to insert right here. So you'll have that option. So it looks like it's just flat this way, but the trick, and there's cats. So this one right here.
I chose the cats, by the way.
I know, this
bought
is so cute. Okay, so you put it this way, and then, of course, when I had it on him first time, he says, it's too small. No, it's not. Just listen. So it looks just like that. But the trick is you pull down this way. Ta-da!
Oh, it's bigger.
And there's a cat.
There's a cat.
And it's good because it covers all the way down
Yes.
your neck. So...
And it smells like Filipino food. That's good.
So there's a different type of cat, and then and then you can go the other way too. This is double, so it's back to back. So this is another way you want to do it as well, because some they just use a different lining because they want to be cheap. This one right here is double sided, which is perfect. Then you have another cat.
Boom! And I'm protected from everything.
Yeah. Again, what's best about this is just that it just really, especially for the man, because like when they shave, right? Men shave all the time. And
what I should do is put this on and shave.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a perfect beard out.
Yeah, but it's not like it really super covers it.
It does, and I like it.
So,
it doesn't even fog up my glasses. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
We have to do a 3-dimensional one.
What are we talking about?
3-dimensional face mask. I throw it at the camera.
Oh, okay.
It's stupid, I know.
So anyway,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So if you guys are interested, we're doing these. So you guys can let us know.
Okay, right now I'm kind of like looking around. They're like worth like $15. People are selling it for $15 online.
Okay.
16, 28. And then
so the
ones that are on Marketplace is like $5, but you know what? They look so flimsy. It's
very
just
nice.
Like the stitching is like I would not even use that.
No, but your stitching
I would not produce.
Because I spent 3 hours fixing the sewing machine.
Yeah, and so this is the prototype right here, but it needs to be a little bit wider. These are the ones that's kind of like slightly curved because I'm supposed to, but this one is a little smaller, but I'll redo this and revamp it and modify it even more.
Perfect.
This is good. All right.
When are you going to spend all the hour and a half on the live stream with me? I got 9 minutes left.
You got 9 minutes left?
Yeah. She's yelling at the cats. All right. So now you know. Sinigang. Yes. Can you ask her to make a special one for me? I'll pay for it, please.
Sinigang?
Life on the Water says, can you make you're in Vegas, so there will be no delivery. You can always meet up with us at like a neutral store.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Pork?
say Sinigang. Pork Sinigang. Didn't you make that today? Life on the Water.
Like last week.
Life on the Water, to answer you, yeah, you could just email me using any of the emails on the screen. This cat is, look at this, snub me. So you can just email me using anything on the screen if you guys want to. If you're interested, yes, you can do that. That's cool. Looks good. That is nice. You're so funny. Quit being such a guy. I don't know what that means. I can't help it. Do 15 with free shipping? Sure, yeah. I mean, it's easy to ship these. They fold up real small. You can put them in your tube. I can send them to you tube technology-wise. That would be fine if you want that real flash. Just email me.
And it does, there's 3 sizes. So
let's all eat pancit.
Large, medium, and
let's
small.
all eat pancit, J Media says.
Small, medium, large.
Oh
my God, everybody loves my pancit.
It's true Raiders Stadium will be delayed due to the Big C. Possibly, but I doubt it because they're going to work through it. Pancit adobo.
Pancit and adobo. There's no such thing as pancit adobo.
Well, apparently Sean thinks there is.
No.
The kitty has the sweetest face. I have asthma, so I need a specially made one.
Okay.
So what kind do you need? Life on the Water? Be sure to email me. See, a lot of people say they're going to do that, and then I understand you get off the live stream and you go, ooh, look, a funny cat video, and then you forget. So just send me an email. You can do that.
And there's
Will they have a Not Leaving Las Vegas logo on them, Jen? I would love that, but I don't have the ability to print special materials right now, so I could do a cheap.
Finding them is not even easy, trust me.
You can't even find this. I looked at 3 different Walmart stores before I found this.
Yeah.
But if I could do that, I would, but it would be a cheap iron-on, and then it would fall off.
And then there were like, it's kind of far away. You have to go way on the other side of the town sometimes. You have to call them ahead of time because this is really crazy. Everybody's just freaking out about this whole thing. But you know what? This is washable.
But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll call up some places possibly and get an idea on the prices. Okay. And if you guys pay in advance and I can get it made, then I can get it made with a logo. But the other thing about just getting an iron-on logo, you're breathing through this thing all the time. and it's going to create moisture, and it's going to need to be washed. And these are machine
Yeah,
washable.
I like this
So you don't want
design
that.
because this is like
Yes.
yeah, it's not double right here,
Exactly.
so it's breathable more than just
Yes.
the ones that are like this
Johnny
straight
Yuma is
up.
asking who's the boss. The answer is Tony Danza, Johnny. You should know that by now. He's the boss. Stephen Lake loves cats. Kevin Sullivan needs a large. Email me if you're interested.
This is a large one.
Email me. It's on the screen. It's on the very top part of the screen. This is a large. It's pretty big, but we'll
This
give you
is-
some measurements.
Yeah, but this covers your whole face, which is perfect.
Deep fried octopus with vinegar.
Oh, that's just adobo. Another adobo.
That's a different version of adobo.
Yeah, adobo is just pretty much what they call in
Real
general.
flash
so you
audio?
can make adobo chicken, adobo pork,
Adobo fish.
adobo kangkong, adobo anything.
Goat.
Fish adobo.
Real Flash Audio asks, now we got to tell them, how much are those flowers on the wall? Because everybody's asking that.
Which those?
The small ones.
The small ones? Oh, $10 for.
Well, you have to ship them. It's 15
Yeah, I
to
know.
ship.
Those are. I know.
How long does it take you to make one?
It's crazy. What?
How long does it take you to make a flower?
That one?
Yeah.
Wow, maybe almost 2 hours.
So this
There's
is my
so
wife.
many, yeah.
You think that it's worth $10. It's $5 an hour labor.
There's so many layers.
I'm
on
not going to
that.
let you sell it for $10.
Yeah, there's so many layers.
Plus
on
the
that.
paper price, she'd be losing
Yeah.
money.
It's like
Como
trays.
está ka?
Kumusta ka? Na. Okay.
Como está ka? Mabuti naman.
Hang on.
I don't know.
I'm trying to see if that's a Visayan or Tagalog.
It would be nice. Would
But hang
embroidery
on,
work
if
or
this is a
screen
Visayan,
print?
it'll be like Kumusta na ka?
Okay.
Something like that.
All right.
And
Would
then it's
embroidery work or screen print? I'll find out for that logo, guys.
Is it
Pillowcases,
screen?
fabric, shower curtains are thin.
Yeah,
Yes, they
no,
are
we don't
thin,
know.
Kissy. You're right.
But these are 100%.
The other
cotton.
thing with those is that if you don't buy a nice enough one, sometimes
Yeah.
it can be more expensive to buy a nice pillowcase. Trust me. Fabric shower curtains are thin, but they're going to scratch your face up.
Yeah, and they're not breathable, by the way.
Life on the Water emailed me twice. Cool. I'll answer back your emails by tomorrow morning. Adobo is good on anything. This is true.
I know.
Thank you, Nana. That's what Sean says. So, okay, you can call her Ate if you want as well. Okay. Steve's Takeout Show. No, I'm not trying to do this. She just came in to bring me a cat, and you guys asked about this. So you asked for it. Local company Polar Shades is masking. Contact them. I'll contact
I've been
Polar
cooking
Shade.
all day and all that stuff, so I gotta go and lay down.
You gotta go hang out. She's gonna go
Rest
chill with
my
the cats. My favorite dish by my mom is pinakbet.
Oh, yeah, that's Ilocano.
That's Ilocano, but you cook it.
Yes.
She cooks it too. All right, guys. Adobe. I know I didn't want to say Adobe, but it's Adobo. But it's autocorrect. That's what happens, guys. What can I say? Broccoli. Yeah, she loves beef with the broccoli too. We get it at Prolock to Go. I did a video in July of last year, but not many people were watching that. Yeah, my wife is very talented. $20 a flower might be more reasonable. I got to think about the paper that goes into them, and I got to think about the labor. And I don't want her to shortchange herself because we couldn't sell them before, so now she goes into $10 mode. And I'm like, 2025. Gotta ship them. Who's craving dessert? Halo. We were watching this one Canadian couple in the Philippines, and they had a Filipino tour guide, and they took the halo, and they didn't mix it. And halo literally means mix. Halo means mix. It's a dessert made with condensed milk and ice and ice cream, usually purple yam ube ice cream, which is really good. You got some jellies and some bobas in there, and you mix it all up. Yeah, so Arctic Thunder, I can do stuff like Seahawks and all that stuff. I just got to order the materials. I got to do minimum 2 yards of material. A yard of material is 36 inches, or about 1 meter, 100 centimeters. So I'd have to have that much material on hand. And so then if I'm ordering $30 of material and I only make one Seahawks mask, you see where I'm going from. So I'm trying to see if I can get a group buy or something like that. Ignat, Caroline, and Steven. Steven is the kuya we all look up to, but she's my ate, so I look up to her. And Butito, love you too. Thanks for sharing all the wisdom on everything, guys. Thank you. Mabuti naman. Thank you, Tony Quest. She is superstar. I know. It is autocorrect. Have a good night, guys. Yeah, you too. As you guys know, we're coming up to the 90-minute mark. Sinigang ng lupia. Yep, sinigang and lupia. Well, I mean, sinigang is just tamarind powder. That's all it is. It's a type of seasoning. Good night, everybody. Thank you, guys. Anyone out there got cabin fever? This guy has cabin fever. Made some of those cheap LV shirts you can get on the strip. Yeah, I don't know. Teespring charges what they charge. I can lower the price, but then, you know, it's shipping is more than the shirt. Isn't that the way it works? After this exercise, you must sleep good. It's not. It's a mental exercise, guys. Yes, Caroline is gone, but you can talk with her anytime. You got my direct line, so you can always call me. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Whoa, Brett. Hi, Steven. Does your lovely wife by any chance make lumpia? She does, Brett. If you're in Vegas locally, I can get you some. If you're not, I don't know how to get it to you. But she makes it with big, huge rice wrappers, and it's super crispy and super good. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I got 45 seconds left. I'm going to be back on tomorrow at 7:45, okay? 7:45, we'll be back. We'll talk some more. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for everything. If you guys can only do one thing for your favorite YouTube channels, like, share, subscribe, comment on their videos, and hit the bell for the notifications, because all of that helps them out. And that's all I ever ask of you guys. Everything else is just too much. Thank you guys so much. And I'm going to answer any emails I might have gotten. And God bless all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to, it's not showing me my viewer activity. It sucks. I want to say thank you to all the super chat people. I don't know why it's not doing that. Usually in this window it tells me what it's all about. But thank you guys. And thank you for the subscription. I got to go because I'm past my 1 hour, 30-minute mark. I'll be back tomorrow at 7:45, and I'll do a video in the morning. Good night, everybody. And 3, 2, 1, and hit the like button, and I got to go.